Great, now that we have the sidewalls, the one thing I want to do real quick is give those things a name. So I'm going to go over here in my project tree, and you notice, by the way, that the part was created underneath the assembly. And I haven't named my assembly, I haven't named my part. You can do it at any point. Now's as good a time as any. So I'm just going to do a slow double click there on assembly and call this cabinet. And I'll do a slow double click on part, and I'll call this sidewall. Why not? Now from here I want to create the base structure. So again, I'm going to insert a new part in place. And I'm going to do it right off this. I'll say create in place part. This will be pine maybe, just to be different. And in this case, I'm going to start by creating my 2x4 base, if you will. So again, I'll just use simple rectangles. And I want this to be all the way out to the edge, like so. And I'm going to make this 1.5 and 3.5, right? And I'll add a dimension here because I want this to be maybe a 1/2 inch below the bottom of my cabinet. Perfect. So now we can go ahead and extrude. Now here I could extrude it dynamically to where I want. I could type in the length, or I can change the extrusion limit. So I can do it over here in the dialog by clicking on this. I can also just right click on the little arrow here, or the grip, and say I'd like to change my limit to be a plane, or a planar face. And like that, I'll rotate this around and choose that face. And now the length of this will always update correctly. So I'll say OK. Like that, I'm done with that in place edit. I'm going to quickly give this a name, and I'll call this 2x4 long. Why not? And I'm going to add the other one on the back side real fast. I'm going to do it again by drag and drop. I'll show you some patterns in a little bit. So I want this to be on the same level as that, but flipped over. I want that to be there, and I want this back face to be here. And like that, I'm done. So that took only a few seconds. Now, next I want to create another 2x4. So I'm going to do it based off this one, why not? Create in place, again based on pine. And now, go back to my rectangle tool, and I'm going to start right there. And I'm going to come down to there. So this height is given now by this. All I need to do is change my thickness. And again, you could even create a standard curve or standard profile to represent your different wood profiles to make it even faster yet. But now we're going to go extrude again. And I'm going to say, why not change my limit to a face again, or to a plane, excuse me. And we'll go to there. Like that, we're done with this. I'm going to go give it a name real fast. We'll call it 2x4 short. Okay? Now, like that, we have the beginnings, right? Now, maybe what we want to do is we'd like to add a pattern. So I want to pattern this and have 3 across the bottom. I'm going to do that in the next video, though.